Well, hello, and welcome back to the Chamber Vibes podcast. I'm your host, Foster Garrett, Director of Marketing and Events for the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, welcome. But let me just give you a rundown of what's going on. So every week, I interview a different chamber member to find out what they do and why they do it, right here in beautiful Bedford, Virginia, broadcasting on Grove Street FM, and brought to you by Media Squatch. Before we get to the actual podcast, though, I do want to tell you about some of our upcoming chamber events. I'll really just touch on one, but we have two for later this month. The first is a Live at 5 on May 23rd from 5 to 6 p.m. at the Peaks Retreat and Adventure Center. So our Live at 5s are our evening networking events. And when I say the word networking, I feel like people flip out a little bit because it can be anxiety inducing to put yourself out there and just go to an event where you literally are just there to talk to people and have a good time. But it really is so much fun. And I was talking to one of our ambassadors yesterday, which are the faces of the chamber, and they really help with if you're new to the area or you haven't come to an event before. They're the ones that will be like, oh, well, I'm so-and-so. This is what I do. Let me take you around and introduce you to a couple people. And they really seamlessly introduce you into the conversation and make you a part of our community, really. But she was telling me that the reason that she became an ambassador is because her boss knows that she can talk, but she doesn't. So part of being an ambassador is making the uncomfortable comfortable. And there are so many reasons that I can say that networking is beneficial. But I think from a personal professional standpoint, it always helps to meet new people. You never know who you're going to find or what you're going to learn about them. And for me, it's really rewarding on a personal level to kind of get to know these people because some of them have become my friends. And all of our networking events are really laid back. You can wear blue jeans, don't mind. And they're also all hosted at different member businesses. So if you've never been to the Peaks Retreat and Adventure Center, I had them on the podcast a couple weeks ago so you can learn more about their organization. But they run corporate retreats, summer camps, you name it. They have 66 acres out in Thaxton, and they have a climbing wall, a gravity zip line, a pond for kayaking and canoeing and a swimming pool and all this great stuff. And hopefully they'll give us a little tour while we're there so we can check everything out. But I highly recommend coming to this. It's free and open to the public. So if you're just looking to get out, maybe build your business by expanding your professional circle, maybe just trying something new and checking something out for the first time, come on out. It's May 23rd from 5 to 6 p.m. and it is on our website. I'll drop all the information where you can go and learn more further on in this little podcast. The other event, if you're a chamber member, this is just for you. This event is closed to the public. It is a Chamber 101, and it'll be held on May 30th from 8 to 9:30 a.m. at the Forest Library. Our Chamber 101s are a great way to kind of meet the staff, me, Kayla, and Michelle. Get to know other chamber members, get a rundown of some of the things that we're doing on the chamber side, as well as your member benefits. So if you're new to the chamber, this is a really, really, really great way to kind of get started with making connections and learning what exactly your membership entails. But at the end, we're also going to have basically an open membership meeting. So we'll kind of go around the room. If anybody has any news or updates, or if they just want to share something about their organization, this is the time to do so. So you can go online and find all that good information on our full calendar of events on bedfordareachamber.com. And if you have any questions that you'd like to reach out and ask them, I'll drop our phone number at the very end. So listen all the way through and you can get that nice phone number. But without further ado, please allow me to introduce today's guest, Brenda Gibb with the Bedford Area Master Gardeners Association. Welcome to the podcast.
Well, thank you, Foster. It's wonderful to be here.
Good. Well, I'm so glad. I know we talked a little bit before this, and it's your first podcast.
It is. Bear with me here.
Oh, trust. I always tell people this is just a conversation. I'm just pretending this giant microphone isn't even here. Before we kind of get into the kind of question and answer portion, though, can you just tell me a little bit about your background and then about your organization's background?
Absolutely. Well, I grew up in North Florida. in Tallahassee and left there as soon as I could, really. I finished college up in New York City and ended up staying there for 12 years in the fashion industry. And then I got really sick of it. So I moved to Richmond, where I had family. My sister and her family were there. So I moved to Richmond and worked in mortgage banking, which was very different, but at least it was still relationship oriented, for 20 years. Met my husband. He still has a business there in Richmond. And so we started coming. He has a farm here in Bedford that he's owned since 1974.
Oh, wow.
And we had been using that farm for weekend retreats, just kind of a getaway. And we decided in 2013 to retire. And 2015, we moved here full time on the farm, became farmers, which I never thought I would say, but we have 190 acres, 125 head of red and black Angus cattle, 7 chickens and a couple of cats, and a huge garden. So that's how I got to Bedford.
That's amazing. You have such an interesting backstory. This is why I love asking these questions, because it's so cool hearing how people ended up here.
Yeah, there's a plethora of reasons. So,
yeah,
it is interesting.
And it sounds like you going from Florida to New York to Richmond to now Bedford.
I had a colleague at work say, well, do you think you'll ever retire to the farm? And I said, oh my gosh, never. But, here we are from, I think when I was in Tallahassee, it was probably 50,000 people. And then, of course, New York, and now it's 5,000 people in Bedford.
Yeah.
So it's pretty different, but we love it.
A bunch of cattle, too.
Yeah, and a bunch of cattle.
Oh, man. I don't know if that's necessarily retiring if you become a farmer.
Well, let me tell you what. We don't sit down. We don't sit down.
Doesn't sound like it.
I always say when Frank sits down, he falls asleep.
Please.
But it's good. It's a good life. We love it.
Well, I can kind of assume now from your story how you got involved with the Master Gardeners. Please share a little bit.
Yes. Well, I did not know what a Master Gardener was until someone mentioned it to me. I was at a local nursery, and there was a Master Gardener there who works there. And she said, well, you're interested in vegetables and gardening and landscaping, and why don't you look into being a Master Gardener? And I said, well, what is that? So she told me a little bit about it, and I looked into it and decided that, I wanted to give it a try. And so that was in 2017. I ended up graduating, if you will, in 2018 and have been one ever since. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, tell me a little bit about the history of the Master Gardeners.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of get into some of the things that you guys do.
Sure. The Master Gardeners, all Master Gardeners actually, all over the country, are under the umbrella of their local extension office. And of course, in Virginia, it's Virginia Cooperative Extension. And that's an agricultural and horticultural outreach to all of the citizens of their state. In Virginia, of course, it's Virginia. And so our particular unit started in 1992. I think it was probably a half a dozen or so Master Gardeners got together and actually elected officers and had bylaws and all that. So they formed in 1992. We have actually a couple of them that are still members, active members since then, yes. And then in 2001, we started training other Master Gardeners. Before that, we had to, if you wanted to become a Bedford Master Gardener, you had to go out to another county or town and take their course and then come back to Bedford and join. So in 2001, we started our own in-person training. And then in 2010, we developed an online training module. So we actually have a course now. If you want to become a Bedford area Master Gardener, you can take our online course. It's about a 6-month ordeal, if you will.
Wow.
Yeah. And you take, there are 10 modules, different topics, horticultural and ecological modules. And you just read them online, basically, and take a test, pass-fail. And then there are 10 in-person, hands-on labs, which you have to go out to different areas in the county and take a lab in person. And so once you've passed all your 10 tests and at least 5 of the 10 labs, you become an intern. and you graduate.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's
This
kind
is
of
so extensive.
it's an ordeal. And then you have a year, and once you've accumulated 50 hours of volunteer work during that year, you become a certified master gardener.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, it's really a nice project and a process. And, you're learning, of course, the whole time. We don't profess that we know everything every day just about it. I learn something new about horticulture. But anyway, we graduate, become a master gardener, and then from then on out, you have to every year have 20 volunteer hours at least within the organization of all of our different projects, and 8 hours of continuing ed, which can be, online things. It can be seminars that we attend. There are plenty of opportunities all day, just about it every day, to learn.
So it's no joke when you say that you're a master gardener.
Well, I guess not. I mean, compared to the typical person, we know a lot more.
It's not like
more,
you
I
just
think.
join the club, though.
No, you
like,
don't just join the club.
you have to earn it.
You do. You earn it, and then every day, we're involved with projects around the county. Our mission is to advise, educate, and serve the citizens of Bedford County and all their horticultural needs. So, we're here to help and educate people. And in the process, you can't help but be educated yourself.
I mean, seriously, yeah. Well, I guess before I kind of ask you some more questions about, your projects and stuff, what is a reason that somebody would want to become a master gardener?
I think just really to learn. I know when I did join, I had a garden at our farm. And of course, I had a yard and had some landscaping and that kind of thing. But once you become a master gardener, there's so much, it just opens up, what you can learn and do with your own home and your own, gardens and things. And then, of course, the opportunity to help others. We have service projects, which we'll talk more about, I'm sure, in plant sales and seminars, and to educate the public and to help them with all of their horticultural gardening needs. So those two things, yeah.
It sounds like you have a really wonderful organization too, just from the people in it.
I think we do.
Everybody that I've met, and you guys were at the New Member Showcase this year.
Yes.
And you had the most people manning your table.
Really?
Yes, you did.
Interesting. Well, everybody's really excited about being a member.
Yes, very passionate. Good. And just excited about all the different opportunities that you guys have. And it was really cool talking to everybody because they all kind of joined because they are interested in horticulture. Right. But what they do with your organization is all different.
Yes.
Some people are helping with gardens. Some people are helping with the help desk.
Yep.
And it was just really cool. And so I'm wondering, since I told you before we started that I know a couple of master gardeners. And it's been cool to kind of get to know you guys organizationally through the chamber. But how many master gardeners do you have right now?
Well, we have 74.
Wow.
And every year we have a new training class. It starts usually the 1st of March, and it can be anywhere from 8 to 18 or so new trainees. So every year we're adding, let's say 15 new people. And since I've been involved the last 6 years, it's just continued to grow. There's some that I haven't even met yet. The new trainees I have not even met. But yeah, continue to grow. We lose a few maybe during the year that retire or become emeritus or whatever. But yeah, every year we get bigger and bigger.
That is amazing. I knew it was going to be a crazy number like that. Well, tell me about some of the things that you guys do.
Well, right now, as I said, we have 29 active projects.
Oh, and
it's a lot. I think it's a lot. We serve all different age groups, from children in kindergarten all up through seniors and the elderly in nursing homes and people that just the general public. But we have plant sales. We just had at the end of April our annual biggest fundraiser, where we sold about 3,000 plants.
Oh my God!
At the extension office on a Saturday morning. I think after about an hour and a half, we were down by 2/3. The whole town comes and buys plants, which most of us, which the master gardeners themselves have started from seed. most of them. And so we have that. In the spring, back in March, we had a seminar where we have 3 live speakers. And we invite the public. We have serve coffee and then lunch. It goes from about 9:30 to 2 or 2:30. And so that's an educational event that we hold. We are at the Victory Garden at the D-Day Memorial.
Yes.
We have a kids program there and information for the general public.
I participated in the kids program
You do?
when I was in elementary school.
Oh, that's
yeah,
great.
so we would go up the hill to the Victory Garden, and we would plant strawberries and learn about it and all that stuff.
It's wonderful to tell kids about how important the Victory Gardens were during World War II. So that's a big educational thing. I'm involved at the Bedford Y. We teach after-school kids and summer camp kids. We teach them gardening lessons. The Y has a big teaching garden.
An amazing garden.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And over 100 species of plants. So we teach about a dozen kids. We have a different group in the fall. Then we have a new group in the spring. And then, of course, the summer camp kids come. So we're gearing down our spring session right now, and then we start up again middle of June for the summer camps. So that's fun. We have a pollinator garden out at the Sedalia Center. Oh, Lordy. We work in the local nursing homes and rehab centers with therapeutic gardening for seniors and the elderly that live there. We have a booth at the Bedford and the Forest farmers markets. Let me see what else we have.
I think I saw you guys this past.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We have a traveling seed library.
It's so funny hearing you say all this stuff because I think I'm familiar with each and everything.
You probably have seen it.
You guys are everywhere.
Yeah, we are.
Really
we are everywhere. We think we are. Help desk. We have a help desk number and email that you can call or email into if you have a question about a plant disease maybe in your garden or a bug that you can't ID and don't know what to do with it. Landscaping help, if you need something like that, just call or email into our help desk, which is located in the extension office. We have a table and a presence at Centerfest, which is every fall. We also have a community newsletter, which you can sign up for, and you get once a month with different tips and things about gardening. We have an educational presence at Bedford Urban Garden, which we call Bug Garden. We have seminars there in the spring for beginner gardeners and people that want to learn how to can or learn how to compost, that kind of thing.
Nice.
So a couple of new things this year. We have just partnered with the American Chestnut Foundation. And
I've seen some stuff online.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
I think Clayton Nature Center has been doing some stuff.
Yes, they have. Yeah. They have too. But we have a plot of land that the Parks and Rec area gave to us at Falling Creek Park. We got some saplings, some chestnut seedlings, and are starting to plant them, and hopefully can do our part into helping bringing back the American chestnuts to the Mid-Atlantic.
That's really exciting.
So it is. It's very exciting. I like that.
I've a couple I think Christmases ago I love the song, chestnuts roasting open. Yeah, so I wanted to try chestnuts and you couldn't find any.
I know.
And I had no idea that. Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah, they were such a huge part of the economy way back when. I want to say it was the 30s when they died out. I'm not positive about that, but
that's so long ago.
Oh no,
and see, I don't think that's common knowledge that we don't.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but they were used for the wood was just almost impermeable. There's still some buildings standing that were made from chestnut wood.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course they supported wildlife and just beautiful trees in general. So every now and then you can come across one, but we need to try to get them back. If we can. So let me see what else. We have a speakers bureau. If your organization would like to have a free speaker, we will come and you can give us a topic that you'd like us to speak about, or we have plenty to choose from. And we'll just come, we go to local gardening clubs. We go to just different companies that want to have a little session on gardening or some kind of ecological or horticultural topic to speak for, 30 or 40 minutes. So we're part of the Festival of Trees. Every year we have a tree out at the Welcome Center in Bedford and decorate it. And it's a little money-making opportunity. And new this year, what's not really new to us, but coming back is the Bedford County Fair.
Yes, I'm very excited about
Everybody's
that.
getting excited about it. It's got a new location, excuse me, over by the Sheriff's Department, but we will have a presence there, and hopefully the public schools will bring the kids again on Thursday before the Friday and Saturday and Sunday fair day, and we'll have an educational table for the kids. So, those are just a few of the projects that we're involved in. It's pretty amazing.
Just a couple things.
It's not everything, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Personally, I'm involved in probably 4 or 5 things, plus being on the board. So that's always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were the past president.
I was in 2022, I think it was.
Okay.
Whereas we were coming out of COVID. Doug Coffey is our current president. Don't know who will be next year. We'll have to vote on one in January, but it's an honor. It really was, and I loved being president. It was fun too.
Yeah. Well, you said you're involved with about 5 of those many things.
Mm-hmm.
What are those 5
of the projects?
Yeah. What's your favorite thing?
Well, the Bedford Y is how I started in the Master Gardeners and developed that program, and now I have 2 co-coordinators that help me with that. And so that's near and dear to my heart. We work every week with the Y kids, and in the summer, we have a presence now at the Bedford Farmers Market. Mm-hmm. We've for a long time been at the Forest Farmers Market, which is, if you go to both, you know that the Forest Farmers Market is much bigger than Bedford. Yes. But I always thought that being Bedford Master Gardeners, we needed to have a presence at our farmers market. So we have that now. And every week that we're there, we have a little educational component for kids and the general public. This past weekend, we were there and talked about starting your garden in the spring and seed starting, transplants, putting them in your garden, how to plan, that type of thing. I'm involved with the county fair, which I like. And again, on the board of directors. And I volunteer with the annual plant sale and our Grow the Good Life seminar, which we hold in the spring. Those are the main things that I do. And now the chamber.
Yeah,
I'm on the committee for the chamber, which I love too. So it's just a great way to get our name and our mission out there to the public.
Well, I'm so glad that you guys joined because, like I told you, I've heard bits and pieces about the Master Gardeners throughout my life.
Right.
But I never really knew what all encompassed being a Master Gardener or really how to get involved or anything like that.
Do you think you might have an interest?
I do have an interest, but they keep me slam busy at the chamber. So
that's true.
Yeah, so maybe once I'm a little bit more settled, then I can take some time, carve some time out to become a Master Gardener.
Yeah,
because
we would love it.
Yeah, it seems really amazing. And my parents, I grew up like in my parents' gardens.
Oh,
because
they're a natural then.
Well, I don't know about natural, but I do have some familiarity with it, and it's very cathartic.
It is. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and my parents, like, I grew up like on a hobby farm in that weird little space between Body Camp and Chapel Mill.
Yes.
So we were really private, and they ended up making a huge second garden when I was like a preteen.
Wow.
And so my parents, like, their hobby is to garden.
Really? Still?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
And so is my mom's brothers. Some of them, 2 of them are from Arizona, but they moved moved to Bedford, so they live really close to us now.
Great.
And they're gardening fiends.
That's great.
And so my mom and my uncles, they have one day during the summer where they can tomatoes. And last year they got a little out of control with the amount of tomatoes they grew, so one day turned into 3.
Oh my God.
Yes. So I love gardening. I live in town now, and I have too much shade. I was actually at the farmer's market late last year because I was so disappointed with my tiny garden, and I was asking the Master Gardeners, I was like, what do I do?
What can I do? Yeah.
And they're like, you just need plants that grow in the shade.
Yeah, you do. And it would be hard to have vegetables in the shade. But what you could do is rent a bed at the bug garden.
Oh, you can rent a bed.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's for.
Okay.
It's for, part of what it's for is to rent beds to in-town people like you, maybe, or people that live in an apartment and they don't have a yard and they want to grow their own food. And so you could rent a bed and grow your own tomatoes right there.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I knew that they grew. I thought that they only grew produce to donate.
Well, that's the other
Yeah.
mission for the bug garden is
Yeah.
for they donate to
I think it's John Early.
yes, John Early Apartments,
Yeah.
and that there's a ministry in town that they donate. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of pounds of food.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty incredible thing. But yeah, you could rent a bed there and raise your own. In fact, that's another one of our new projects this year. Is you mentioned Megan Bond,
Mhm.
that you knew her? She is involved with a new project at our bug garden, where there's a dedicated raised bed for a family in Bedford in need, and she mentors them. So this is their raised bed. She helps them, and her other helpers, volunteers, helps them learn how to plan their bed and, plant their seeds or their transplants and raise their own food. And then they get to take it home.
That's awesome.
So every year we'll have a new family, but that's a new project for us this year as well. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not. Are you guys always on the lookout for more projects?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's one of the things about having new people every year, because new interns come and they have ideas that they want to start, and so we always have an influx of new things that that people get involved with and bring to the table. So
That's awesome.
new ideas.
I think it's always really nice when people are open to innovation and
Oh,
to
yeah.
taking on more.
Well, you have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you've been around a long time, you have to stay fresh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think I remember something about mini grants.
Yes.
And how that's also a new thing.
Yes, that's fairly new. I think we came up with this idea, a group of Master Gardeners, late last year and started in January. And what we're offering is for up to 4 $250 mini grants to a qualified nonprofit in the town or county to help them educate or improve the quality of life through a gardening related project. It can be a school or a 4-H group, public libraries, nursing homes, etc. So there you can either use that money to create a garden, or maybe a composting area, or raising plants to give away for produce or for a family. And we plan to continue this each year. And so each January you can go on our website and apply. And we have a committee that decides, which of the applicants or will be awarded the grants. This year, the Bedford Public Library was one of the recipients.
Nice.
They have will be having a program to help people learn how to plant tomatoes, grow and plant their own tomatoes.
Nice.
And the other recipient was the Bug Garden. And they will be using their money to purchase plants to help with their ministry produce. So all worthy stuff. But yeah, we have this new mini grant program that we're real proud of too.
Yeah, that's definitely something to be proud of. That's amazing.
I love it.
I feel like I hear I'm going to talk to you afterwards about a couple people I know that have some gardening needs.
Oh,
but just different chamber members.
Okay.
But I think it's really cool that you guys are able to do that.
Yeah.
Because it really does make a difference when people are thinking, oh, I think this would be an amazing idea, but I just
can't get started.
I can't get started.
Yeah. It's just seed money, it's hard the pun, but just seed money to get started in their gardening project, for seeds or not.
Well, that's excellent. I really appreciate, I think you guys are an amazing resource for our community.
I do too.
There's so many people that have their own personal gardens, but I'm sure that there's like different people that are getting started with like their own hobby farms, or perhaps revitalizing a family farm that come for you for help, or just to see what they can do with you.
Yes.
So I appreciate having you guys here.
Oh yeah, well, we're glad to be here. And don't forget, we have a help desk.
Yes.
You can call in if you have questions. Call in or email in. So that's always important to know.
Well, awesome. And if people wanted to get in touch with you, what is the best way to do so?
Well, we have an office at the county extension office, and that telephone number is 540-586-7675. Our website, if you want to look at that and get some more information, is bamgainfo@bedfordareamastergardeners.org. And our help desk email is bedfordmg@vt.edu. That's as in virginiatech.edu, since we're affiliated with them. So those are the best ways. And if you just have a question, just call the extension office and they'll put you through to our office and our voicemail.
Well, perfect. And if any of you guys are thinking of becoming a master gardener, now is the really time to start thinking about it.
Absolutely.
You have plenty of time for the next training class. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
starts in next March.
Perfect. Well, see how your gardening goes this summer. And if it's great, become a master gardener. If it goes poorly, become a master gardener.
That's right. We'd love to have you either way.
Well, Brenda, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Foster. It's been delightful.
Well, good. And if anybody has any questions about the chamber, you can call us at 540-586-9401, or you can visit our website for more information about our mission and the perks of becoming a member. And also on our website is a full business directory of our membership, which is helpful for finding all sorts of great things in the region, including the Bedford Area Master Gardeners Association. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for listening, and keep an ear out for the next Chamber Vibes podcast.